gentlemen, welcome over here to the Dascar Phillips Cup Series season number 9 2017 here on Ziggo Sports. We are here for our third endurance race of the season. Yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen, welcome over here to Watkins Glen. We are in the US for the only one of two US Grand Prix. First off, we'll go to the starting grid before we get to our introduction. And with that we continue our introduction, which means that after the All-Star race a few weeks back, we are finally halfway through this season. We have had 18 races, of course, plus the All-Star race, and now we have now we are with race number 19 of 36, the Watkins Glen Grand Prix. So it's great to be here. First time we've been here with a endurance race. So we've had Watkins Glen in the Phillips Cup Series in the first few seasons. Race did not really get much support from the drivers, and therefore we got rid of it again. But now we are back again, except for there's a little twist of a twist. This is not the ordinary circuit. This is a long version. This is with the boot. So that's very much fun. We're very curious how this race will end up. We'll see in a few moments. We have a few things to discuss, and I'm actually not sure what I already discussed in the All-Star race, but first let's focus on the All-Star race itself, because that was a great event, one of the best All-Star races I've ever done. I hope you guys liked it as well. It was a lot of action, a lot of fun. And there were eventually a few drivers which had a big growth over there, and few got a little bit disappointed. Of course, the important thing is the winner, and that winner, of course, is the 30 car of Henrietta Fitzwater. That means that she has been locked in the chase already. So that's good news for her. Completely unexpected a little bit, even though she was in the finale, of course, but still. There were a couple of other drivers which were much stronger than her all day long, but still she stole away the victory, and still I'm not saying that she didn't deserve it, but because she did. So that was great news. One of the drivers which had big growth was Joshua Cicchelli, and actually Joshua Cicchelli has been on a roll ever since in the series following as well, because of course the summer series, which we are currently busy with. He's also been doing much better ever since, so we'll see what Joshua Cicchelli will do in this race as well. So this is the 19th race. When are the next race going to be for the Phillips Cup Series? I'm not sure. Probably somewhere next week I will do one or two more races, and then I will be away for 2 weeks, and when I get back again we'll get wrapping up. We will start wrapping up the summer series, and then we'll keep on continuing with the Phillips Cup Series in combination with those summer series. So Martina Endurance Series first season 4 race at Le Mans has been uploaded now. So did it a few days ago. It was a great race, and the next race will be coming next week as well, because on Friday and Saturday I'm also going to Germany, to Düsseldorf and Cologne-Bonn Airport for airplane spotting. And before that you will also see another race in the Dascar Valvoline Dirt Ringer series. So a lot to come still, so that's good news. There's another few things I want to discuss, because you might have heard it already in the beginning. We have a little bit of a different song, and because we are halfway through the season, a few things have changed, including the songs we used, because it's time to switch them out for some new fresh songs. But also some other things. I started painting again, and I finished two brand new manufacturers. Well, not brand new, but I've updated two manufacturers in the last week, and those manufacturers are Acura and Hyundai. And those the drivers that drove those cars have a new car, and I will show you them right now. First off, of course, we got Hyundai. Oh no, sorry, we start off with Acura. And there we got the brand new Acura of Chris Dodd, the number 32 tight Acura. And I gotta say, this one looks pretty cool. It looks much more aggressive than the old one, so I really like how it turned out. And of course, the other driver is the number 52 car. Oh damn, we'll get to that in a moment. Oh bloody hell. The 52 of Cody Smart, and there is his Acura. So that's one of the new manufacturers, well, one of the updated manufacturers. And the other one you already saw in a few moments as well. Because screwed up, man, I hate whatever. Here we got a new, brand new Hyundai. It's still a Sonata, so it's just like the Acura that's also still in TLX, but it's just a new version. So this is one of them, and we got two more. One is for Debbie Myers. There she is in her brand new Hyundai Sonata, and we got, of course, the number 4 car of Philip Goldberg. There he is in his new Hyundai. So like how it turned out as well. Looks really awesome in my opinion. So happy with how it turned out. And there's one more new thing, and that is, of course, you know, last race, a few races back, just after the comment deadline, we got the message from Joshua Michaels that Ray Takeda was going to retire from the Phillips Cup Series after the All-Star race. Well, guess we are where we are now. Indeed, Ray Takeda is not racing anymore because she has been replaced over by the number 8 car, or by the Finnish race car driver Mikko Mittinen. So it's great to have Mikko Mittinen in the series, making his debut over here. So we wish him the best of luck. So that was it for these new things. Let's get to the point standings pretty quickly. We got now the Nisa Steinauer in the points lead, and it's very close up front because Prix McShane is in second, only 2 points behind the 77. Aiden Thomas is in third, only 4 points behind the Nisa Steinauer. Then we got Daniel Voiles, who's in fourth, who's only 9 points behind the Nisa Steinauer. Philip Goldberg is in sixth, 13 points behind. And then we got in sixth Anna Gregg, who's a little bit further behind, 39 points. Seventh is the 51 car of Sonic Course. Now, where did she come from? I still have no clue. Eighth, we got Alexander Rowe, who is starting on the pole, if I'm correct. Ninth, we got Tommy Turbo in the 33, and in 10th, we got Joshua Chicali. I apologize, I haven't noted down who has won a race, but of course, I will tell you. So, still Henrietta Fitzwater, of course, has a reserve spot. The other in the chase, the other winners, which currently have, are sort of like eligible for a spot in the chase, are Denise Steinauer, Priya McShane, Daniel Voiles, Debbie Myers, Chris Dodd, Chris Gomez, Max Anderson, Robert Goldberg, Giancarlo Robles, Joseph Nesto, Bruce Liljan, and Jane Pinter. So, I printed it out twice. That's cool. I will keep this in front of me then. So, that was it, sort of like with the introduction. Remember to comment if you haven't already on 2 of the races ever since the Irwindale race. I'm going to see after this race again who has not commented yet and who has only commented once. Most of you guys are safe. There were only 4 drivers who had not commented, but it will all be. I will discuss that next race. Dascar Regional Pro Cup Series and Dascar KLM Series, the 2 support series of the Phillips Cup Series, are back again this weekend. Or not, I should say this week. The KLM Series, I'm not sure when the race is going to, at Watkins Glen, is going to be uploaded. James had some issues with his computer, but those issues are solved again, so I'm expecting him still to, probably do the Watkins Glen race this week, and if he's on vacation. Dascar Regional Pro Cup Series race has been uploaded, probably at this moment of you watching. However, not at the moment of me doing this race, but it is up, so go check out the channels of Jancy Dino, which is Utica Home Track Series, and the channel of Jane Pinter, which is Dascar, CA, for those races. And that means that we are going to get this race underway. It's going to be a long one. I don't have to explain to you guys because you all know what these endurance races are. So we got a 2 drive. Oh, we haven't even discussed who has tokens used. You see 2 drives over here, the 222 of Alexander Rowe and a 6 of DJ Kirker. These drives are going to be very strong today because 2 tokens have been used by them. So that's plus 10 for them. That's big news. Max Anderson, the 83 car, has 1 token used and 1 DT token is used by Prunus Littlejohn. So we'll see how those drivers will perform this race as we go through the final turn. Ladies and gentlemen, that means we are going to get this race underway. It is the 3rd endurance race, race number 19 of the Dascar Phillips Cup Series. Green flag racing over here at Watkins Glen. Wow, we still have the gravel trap over there. Man, I should get the new racetrack. But oh well, Alexander Rowe with a great run through the S's over here. Running away from 2nd place DJ Kirker. So of course DJ Kirker is probably going to be the biggest competitor for the 222. Because that's the only competitor that also has 2 tokens used. But as they fly through the through the bus stop chicane over here. In this turn, which I don't know the names of. I don't know Watkins Glen, the names of the turn, so... Now we go on to the boot section. Yeah, the camera angles are not the best to be honest, but still. Alexander Rowe, your leader. This is not a double points race, so that's important for you guys to know. It is still an endurance race, so 1 hour of racing, but no double points for these drivers. The reason for that is because, well, it's not as big as a hype as Le Mans, so... Le Mans is the only other road course which has double points, so that's why. Alexander Rowe through the last part of this boot section, through the final long turn, which has not very cool camera angles, onto the straightaway where also the NASCAR Phillips Cup Series runs. No, the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series, thank you very much. And here we are back again on the front stretch. Let's get through our top 10. Let's see, by the way, if anybody has had issues already. I think there may have been a few problems, but nothing too severely. Okay, so Prunus Littlejohn in the O2 car is a little bit slow. We're going to do instant replays because it's an endurance race. I'm not sure if she had. She did have had some issues. That was on the first corner, so she got a bump maybe over here. She got a bump over there from the number 38 car, who pretty much plow drived both the 4 and the O2 car. So, and that's a spin for Prunus Littlejohn in the gravel. Oh, and more cars went around over here. Oh, we had a pretty big stack up over here. We see Sander Kors in the 51 car. We see Philip Goldberg. Yeah, there's 2 drivers in the top 5 in points. So, Jane Pinter was another one who had issues. So we rewind. And he just, there was just a matter of stack up. Okay, so it's not really the fault of the 08 of Joki Lehtinen is another Finnish race car driver. Of course, of Mikko Mittinen. So, well, not too great news for these 2 drivers. Here we are back again with our leader. Alexander Rowe running away from the number 6 car of DJ Kirker, who is in 2nd position and also running away in turn from Canadian Sean Angel in the 72 car, who's having a great run. I had a feeling that he was good on these road course races, and well, once again he proves it. Where did he finish at Le Mans? You asked me, and where did he finish at what? Yeah, where did he finish at Le Mans? Let's see that first. Well, apparently not too well. No, he didn't do very well there. And at Kyalami, neither. So apparently he hasn't had any good results on the road course yet. So, but now he's running in 3rd place. We got a great battle over here for 4th, and that is between the 23 of Victor Gonzalez and the 15 car of Nathan Normans. Onto the front, the long stretch through the fastest, very fast section on this track. And well, still side by side they go, going into the bus stop, and the 15 of Nathan Orm will have to yield there to the number 23 car. So 23 car moves up to 4th position, or was in 4th already, I don't know. Yeah, he moves up to 4th position. Then we got in 5th 15, of course. In 6th we got Tommy Turbo in the 33. 7th is the 54 car of Robert Goldberg in a very tight battle with the 33. The 41 car of Keith Black is currently in 8th position and making a move on the 54. 9th we got Caitlin Sang, and in 10th we got John Arndt in the 09 car. So some of these drivers coming fresh out of Le Mans for what... not sure if this was a real planned pit stop, but the 83 car was involved in an accident early on, and the 0 car maybe as well. I'm going to take a quick check if that was indeed what was up with them, or did they went off somewhere else as well. Oh, they did, I think. I think they may have gone off somewhere else as well. Whoa, oh my. That was the 0 car who went off pretty big time, and that was indeed getting turned around by the 83 car of Max Anderson. Remember, Max Anderson token you, so he's a little bit faster than the rest of these guys. Well, that was a pretty naughty bump, and look at that 0 car of Anthony Lopez. Oh my goodness, that's a hard hit into that barrier. I'm surprised he can still continue. And obviously he takes out the 83 car again. So that's sort of like, well, the 2 car... with the 83 car getting a little bit of karma, getting turned around by the 0 car, the person he turned around. So it was a pretty big hit for the 33 car. I think the 83 will be fine probably, but the 0 car, I'm not sure about that. Anthony Lopez, let's get another look at this, if we can get another camera angle. There he goes into the guardrail pretty hard. And well, there's a big bump over there. I've not seen anybody go off here before. So, and whammo into the guardrail, and then straight out on the racetrack again, taking out 83 car, 30 of Henrietta Fitzwater and the 81 of Daniel Voiles. We're very lucky in this deal, and 2 Acuras in the back of the field. So big one for Anthony Lopez, and he is still going. So that's good news. Now, has anything changed yet? Is the question. Let's see. So now there's still a big battle going on here, but nothing else has changed. So these guys still going strong, while the leaders are starting to run away a little bit. We will skim through this field one more time. There is some damage on Chris Dascar as well in the 32 car. Just came freshly from a good result at Le Mans, well, a decent result at Le Mans. There's the brand new Hyundai Sonata from Philip Goldberg. So, well, already 2 of the 3 Hyundais had a little bit of an issue on the start of the race. The 52 car is working its way to the front. That's impressive how... Oh, Denise Steinauer in the 77 car has blown up. And oh, this is going to be tight. The 77 car of Denise Steinauer, your points leader, is going to be your first retirement of today. Now, that is not something she needed. Definitely not something she needed. So that's a heartbreak for her. And this is probably going to be retirement. That's one thing. A Sonic Course teammate goes by. But another thing is that she's going to lose the points lead with this one. That's a tough break for her. Not sure what happened over here. I think that just her engine expired and don't see any other damage, so it's just going to be engine real issue for her. So tough break for Denise Steinauer, your points leader in the number 77 car. So 5 laps of 30 are in the books. That means it's 1/6 of this race is in, and we're running for 10 minutes. Well, guess what? How long this race is going to be then? 1 hour. Hey, cool. So we are going to see pit stops for these guys, and it could even be possible that we're going to see pit stops twice this race for these guys. So we'll see. Ooh, somebody has gone off as well in the just after the bus stop. I'm not sure. Oh, we have already crossed that. Why did I think that? Because I saw smoke. And I don't know who went off. Was it the 32 car maybe? I'm going to take a quick look. If I cannot see anything, I'm not going to look for much further. So here indeed can see smoke. And was it the 50? No, it was the 4 car. Philip Goldberg went off. It is once again that 8 car of Mikko Mietinen, who got into the number 4 car. And Dascar is also taking a look at all these accidents. Of course, they are going to see who has crossed the line, who is still fine. So this is probably going to be the first warning for the 8 car of Mikko Mietinen, wiping out the 4 car of Philip Goldberg, and that's pretty big damage to him. But I think he will still be fine. It's on the course on pit lane, and there is the 32 of Chris Dodd on pit road. So zero car, there's Sandy Sandkart limping back, and your leader has pulled a pretty big gap over the 6 of DJ Kirker. It's now 3.18 seconds, at least it was like that way when it crossed start finish line. DJ Kirker in turn has a 3-second lead over the 72 car. So the gaps are starting to form now, except for between these guys. And indeed, Robert Goldberg has now gone by Tommy Turbo in the 33. Next up will be the number 41 car of Keith Black. So there he goes, trying to make a move on the 33. Cannot make it happen. So there's your leader still. Denise Steinauer has finally made it back around. And nobody else is going to be nobody else is out to race yet, so that's gonna be retirement number 1 of today. As your leader just comes by. There we go. So that's a real big shame for their points leader. Or is she going to be able to continue? I don't know. I don't see her anymore. Has she retired officially? Yeah, gearbox problem. So apparently it was a gearbox problem for Denise Steinauer, which took her out of the race. And that's a big shame for her. And the Greg has just grabbed 10th position away from the 09 car of John Arns. So battles over here continue as they go. These guys enter the bus stop chicane and into the bootleg in a few moments. So the top 2 has run away. The battle for 3rd position is going to be on in just a few moments, as the 23 car Victor Gonzalez has now closed the gap to the 72 of Sean Angel, and it seems like he is a little bit faster than him, just 2/10 of a second faster in previous lap. So well, we'll see if the 23 car can climb up to the 3rd position, as these guys, well, still Keith Black trying to get by Tommy Turbo in the 33 car. And onto, yeah, camera angles on this racetrack are not the best, to be honest. I've seen better camera angles. Still, normally camera 1 is pretty good, except for through the bootleg. Sometimes it has like those stationary cameras, which I'm not really 100% fan of. So the battle for 3rd position is on Sean Angel. It is versus Victor Gonzalez, of course. We have 2 drivers here up front who are doing a fantastic job and who have 2 tokens used. So pretty much wouldn't be surprised if they are going to dominate this race. However, everything is still possible. If they get some sort of engine issues, if they fall back due to pit stop crash out, it could suddenly be the battle for 3rd, which will decide who will be the winner. So everything is still possible for these guys. Nonetheless, just running for victory is not going to be helpful, and that's not going to win you a championship. These guys do need another victory to make it in a chase, but points are always welcome. So Sean Angel, though, still in front of the 23 of Victor Gonzalez, while the battle for 5th position is heating up as well between Nathan Ormond and Robert Goldberg. So The battle for 7th has cooled down a little bit. These guys are... what a great shot. What a great cars we have over here. I still love having so many different manufacturers in sport. I mean, you have beautiful manufacturers. There's a brand new Acura. We already have seen the brand new... ooh, so many cars on pit lane. Was this planned? I'm not sure. There's the 4 car, the brand new Hyundai. Yeah, 2 of the 3 have had issues already. So that's a shame for them. There's another Acura which also has had issues already. Guys, let me know what you think of these new templates, especially Chris Dodd, of course, Philip Goldberg, Cody Smart, who are driving the new car. So curious what you think of them. Next up on the list is a new update for this one, the Buick Regal. There's a new version which is absolutely fantastic. It might be possible that we're not going to see Buick on track. Instead, it's probably going to be, or it could be that it's going to be replaced by Opel or either Vauxhall or Holden, one of the 3. It still could be Buick, but they all have the same car, just a different badge. And the problem is I cannot find any good pictures of the Buick Regal, the new one, but I can find good pictures of the new Opel Insignia, so which is the same model. So we'll see. Could be possible that Buick is just going to be replaced by Opel, but not real big of a difference it does make. I still will try to find new Buick Regal pictures though. But also on the list is obviously Toyota, the new Toyota Camry. Well, it's a shame I haven't made it already because, well, I don't know why. I will do that. That's going to be next on the list probably. And also I want to make a new Lincoln template, the Lincoln MKZ, which looks pretty awesome. Or maybe the Continental, one of 2 I'm going to make probably. Which one I don't know, depends on which one has better pictures available, so we'll see that later. But that's what I try to do, and well, since I have vacation, I may be trying to do that this weekend. No, not necessarily this weekend, because this weekend I don't have time, but somewhere in this vacation. So Jim Pinter also has made a pit stop. Not sure if this is planned, maybe not. I'm wondering why these guys are all making these pit stops. It could be possible that we're going to get regular pit stops anyway pretty soon, but maybe they just brushed the walls or something. They hit another driver. I don't know. I don't think it's really going to be like they hit another driver. It may be just a different strategy, making 3 stops instead of 2. I don't know. We'll see. Of course, there's an advantage to both strategies. I guess it's going to be pit stop time then. Very early pit stop time. No, it's not early because the pit stop, probably they're going to, if they make 2 pit stops, this is exactly halfway through that stint. So, we got the first pit stops of the leaders. We are crawling through pit lane. Goodness gracious. 35 miles per hour. So, first pit stops of today. And now it's going to be important. Can somebody prevail and pass another driver? Are we going to see some incidents on pit lane? I'm curious about that. Are we going to see drivers getting blocked in? I don't know. That's a clean pit stop for the 222 car who leaves. Probably gains a little bit on the 6 car who comes out second. Oh. Okay, that was a very close call for 3rd. Ooh, this is even closer call for 5th. 6th. Okay, so Tommy Turbo has fallen back. And Anna Gregg has gained some positions, I guess. I think. Oh, that's nice. Pass on pit road. And look at this. Everybody coming off of pit lane. And we're gonna take an eye out for the 70 of Grayson Acevedo. Ooh, cars almost spinning around on pit lane. Yeah, it's tight pit exit, but well, I do know some drivers are going to definitely have advantage of this. And Bruce Littlejohn is still on pit lane, so these guys probably haven't pitted yet. So the 2 of Aiden Thomas and the 06 of William Brock continued. That's interesting strategy. There's the 222 car of Alexander Rowe. How far behind is he behind those guys? Well, I'm not sure, but well, it could actually be a pretty big margin, so we'll see. Now let's focus on that 70 car, because I saw that he indeed has gained quite some positions. I'm not sure where he was when he came on track, but he has already made it by the 09 car, so could be possible that he has cracked the top 10 with this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 almost. He's in 11th now. And he's flying by the 29 car and taking the 33 car as well. My goodness. Is that a matter of warm tires versus cold tires maybe? I don't know. That's good news. For the 77 car, big advantage. Now of course probably these guys are going to be on pit lane indeed. The 06 of William Brock and the 2 car of Ian Thomas. Now the leaders are already getting by. There's DJ Kirk in the 6. Where are they going to end up? They were not in the top 10. Are they going to end up in the top 10? We know that there were, back in the pack, there were a couple of drivers getting held up by others. So, this is going to be interesting. There goes the 2 car on track again. It's going to be just outside top 10, probably. But some positions may be gained in this deal. So, different pit stop strategy. Now the question is, do they have warm tires? Well, they probably have. They have cold tires. I'm not sure, however, how big of an effect it has on these cars. So we'll see. Maybe it does have quite a big effect. I don't know. We'll see. But the biggest loser, I think, in the top 10 is the 09 car of John Arndt. Now, of course, he wasn't necessarily in the top 10 anyways, but he has fallen back to 15th position. That's pretty far back. And that is indeed with everybody in front of him who has already pitted, so that's interesting. The battle for 3rd is still on, that's cool. And the battle for 5th, well, it's cooled down a little bit. The battle for 7th is starting to become more interesting. And Greg running towards the rear bumper of Keith Black in the 41 car. So there's an 8th, this is 10th position, I guess, then. So we'll skim through the field quickly. Oh, we got a pretty interesting battle over here, and I think indeed it's a matter of cold tires for the 06 car of William Brock, who will get pretty much passed by everybody over here. So he was in a pretty good position, but now he's just holding up everybody. And going through onto the second long straightaway, which is not really a long straightaway anymore, but Joshua Chicali right behind the 06 of William Brock. And we see over here Aiden Thomas also holding up the bunch. Now John Arndt is trying to find a way by the 2 car. And he does so pretty cleanly. Oh, there goes the 30 car around. And we got more cars going around. 2 cars gone around, coming on the front stretch. And those are Henrietta Fitzwater in the 30 car and the 9 car of Chris Gomez. Reason for this, just a little bit of a stack up because of some slower cars. Now I already saw this coming out of the last turn. This is a better camera angle. No. It was just the 30 car who slid up the racetrack, hit the 17th and had to lift probably. And there was the 24 car already. So Henrietta Fitzwater getting turned around. And that's going to be a spinner. Now the 9 car, lucky to miss the 30 car actually, but also at the same time probably had the same problem. Coming onto the front stretch, now what happened to him? I guess maybe the 06 got turned around, indeed, that's it. So William Brock got a tap from teammate Audrey Baranaskas, which eventually turned him into the 9. So that's also a little bit of an issue for the 9 of Chris Gomez. So that's a shame. That's a shame for these guys, because they got held up and by somebody else, and eventually they get spun around while it wasn't even their own problem. Oh, the 15 car is on pit lane. That's not planned. That's one thing, which is for sure. The problem is, what was the problem actually? Oh, he just had a mechanical issue coming into the bootleg. And his car just stopped for some reason. Oh no, he just stopped on track. That is pretty bad. Oh boy, that's a near miss. Yeah, these guys had to do everything they could to avoid that 15 car. That almost went wrong even. Now, also the 32 car is on pit lane, and he has been on pit lane for quite a while. I'm just wondering what the problem. Why? Oh, we got our second crash. Well, second big one of today. It was the 32 car of Chris Dutt who got turned around by the 27 of James Pinter, and that's gonna be a big one for Chris Dutt. Bang into the wall, and that's out of the race. Tire bundle eats him, and it's game over. So that's the next retirement of this race. Well, man, many drivers are retiring for some reason now. So still we got the 222 car in the lead. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Grayson Acavito has fallen back a position. Well, that's well, unfortunate for him. Guess he has one lap older tires, so he's not going to be the fastest driver in the top 10. But look at this, how far some of these guys have fallen back. There's O2 car 51, and there's 50. And I thought for a moment that he didn't have a right rear tire. I'm just looking for here. It almost seems like he has no left rear tire, but well, probably a glitch, whatever. So your two leaders are running away from the field. How big is the gap between the first and third? 13 seconds already. And Victor Gonzalez is made by the 72 car. So Victor Gonzalez has gone by Sean Angel. I do want to watch that, because that's changed for third position. Here he goes. Coming onto the back straight, was actually already a while back. Well, that was a pretty good battle, this. Look at them go. Okay, so the move was already made in the bootleg over here. Victor Gonzalez, ooh, almost giving the 72 car a little bit of a tap. But he made it cleanly to the outside now for the next turn. That's not where you want to be. Still, he kept the momentum. Battle continues because the next turn is also still on the outside. But he keeps it on that side by side with Sean Angel. We got another right-hander in which he will not clear the 72 car yet. So here he goes onto the front stretch. The Puerto Rican race car driver versus the Canadian. And eventually in turn number 1, finally Victor Gonzalez can take away that third position. So great job by him. And he started running away from the 72 car. Now, lap times, you wanted to know. Fastest lap was by DJ Kirker, and DJ Kirker is closing the gap to Alexander Rowe. Now, this is something I was hoping for, as we look at these guys, 55.6. So, the two leaders are running a second per lap faster than the rest of the field. So, it's not probably going to be a more than a 2-car battle for the victory, unless there are some issues for these guys. But the main thing we're now curious for is that battle for the victory. And something I had been hoping for was to have a battle between the 6 car of DJ Kirk and 222 of Alexander Rowe. And probably that's what we're going to get as well. So that's good news as we skim through the field. And Nathan Ormond is running again. They have towed that car back very quickly then. How many laps is he down? 1 lap. 1 lap, only 1 lap down. Well, that's pretty hard to imagine. Oh well, apparently. Timing says it. Maybe he's back. He's a little bit further back, so. Debbie Myers has retired in the 67 car. And what happened to her then? Also an issue. Oh, big time damage for her as well. Her brand new Hyundai. And it looks so good. And it was with the 59 car of Zachary Fitzwater. He's just going to turn her around one time. She tries to come back on track. Not gonna work out. And then there she goes into the guardrail pretty hard. Whammo. And she will probably continue driving along this guardrail. But there's a tire bundle right there. And that's indeed a pretty good lick for her. So unfortunately, this beautiful Hyundai Sonata is out of the race. And we're gonna go onward with her right now. There we go. So there's the 59 car. Tap right now. Boy, save. Oh, another one. Oh no. Oops. And it's over. Retirement number 3 of today. And it's in the name of Debbie Mars. And we got retirement number 4 of today. And that is John Arndt. Good grief. His day went from bad to worse. He's gonna get a tap from the 24 car of Giancarlo Robles. And that will send him just like the 0 car flying into that guardrail. But then, oh my goodness, what a hard crash. That was even further back, and that is an incredibly hard hit for John Arndt. I hope that he's alright after that crash. Because goodness gracious, that was a hard one. We're gonna get another look at this. I thought indeed, just like the 0 car of Anthony Lopez, except for that Anthony Lopez hit that guardrail a little bit further up the road, where it isn't as head-on as here. So John Arndt with a very hard hit into that guardrail. I really hope that he's alright, and that is game over for him. So we're gonna get another look at this on boards. By far the biggest crash of today so far. Oh wow. Oh, that was a hard one. That's a cringe. And a crunch as well. John Arndt, unfortunately, his race is over as Joshua Michaels continues again, coming off pit lane. The 77 car also was very early on pit road again. I'm not sure about that strategy, but here we got our 2 leaders, and the battle for the lead is heating up. I'm going to quickly check, and this is a left car. Quickly check. Yeah, not much has changed here. Of course, the 70 car is now gone, but the battle for the lead is heating up. It is Alexander Rowe versus DJ Kirker, the American versus the Canadian. Neither of the two have ever won before in a Phillips Cup Series. It's DJ Kirker's first season, just like for Alexander Rowe, though DJ Kirker has more experience in other series of mine as well. And Alexander Rowe not yet, except for the Red Bull Knockout Series. So, and however, both came. I'm not sure about DJ Kirker actually, but oh man, I have so many series I already forget who's running in which series. But I'm pretty sure that Alexander Rowe is running in the Dascar Martini Endurance Series, so he has some experience from yesterday. DJ Kirker, I'm not 100% sure, so. But he is really closing the gap on the 222 car. And remember what I told you a few moments ago. This race is over until it's over. And we have 2 guys running away from the field. But they could take each other out of competition. And the happy third man is going to be Victor Gonzalez. So we'll see what experience will do, what motivation will do, and how hard DJ Kirker will try to fight the 222 car of Alexander Rowe as they go through the right-hander, and side by side that is DJ Kirker trying to get his first victory and trying to take it away from Alexander Rowe. Cannot make it through this turn. Not side by side anymore, but DJ Kirker is definitely there. Around 15 seconds in front of the rest of the field. So, and we may have lap traffic coming soon again as well. Onto the front stretch. Half of this race is already in, and the 6 car tries to make the undercut. Okay, we got some strategy over here. DJ Kirker is very fast. Maybe faster than the 222 car because he closed the gap, but he cannot. Well, he tried to get by, didn't really work out. Now his next strategy, as Victor Gonzalez is also on pit lane. This might be a problem as well for the 23 car who was running in 3rd position. But what I tried to say on the 6 car, this might be trying to get his pit stop early. Get fresh tires. When he comes on the racetrack, he will beat the lap times from the 222 car. But then, of course, he will have some older tires. No, he will have the six car will have newer tires with beating gas lap tires, and he's going to try to take away the lead from the 222 car by undercutting him. We'll see. Now the problem was, indeed, the 23 car has some issues, and this was, oh no, also mechanical issues for Victor Gonzalez, who was running in third position through the bus stop over here. Dead. Gone. And the Buick Regal engine gives up. Oh, close call for Philip Goldberg as well. So that's a real shame. Gotta say, better move from him just parking to the side of the track. Well, could have moved over a little bit more on the grass still, but he doesn't park it right in the middle of the racetrack, as we got more cars coming on pit lane now, including Giancarlo Robles. This battle over here continues, and Prins Liljan. Now this is your leader, Alexander Rowe. Is he going to pit right away, trying to defend his lead from DJ Kirker, who's trying to get the undercut, or is he going to extend his lead, trying to run as long as possible? No, he's coming on the pit lane now. The battle is on between the 6 and the 222 car for the lead. Who will get the advantage from pitting, well, earlier or later, depends of course. Alexander Rowe pitting 1 lap later. He will have, he had the older tires the previous lap, as the 6 car will probably get, he may be cutting in front of him, but he will have the fresher tires of the 2 near the end of the race. Now these pit stops are still very early. That might mean we're gonna see these guys come on pit lane one more time, with just 2 or 3 laps to go. I'm not sure about that one. We'll see. There's a 2 car of Aiden Thomas. He continues once again a lap longer, just like William Brook in the 06 car, as also Sean Angel is on pit lane. But we're for this moment focusing only on the 222 and the 6 car of DJ Kirker. DJ Kirker. There's DJ Kirker already in turn number 1. And that position is going to DJ Kirker. And the undercut has worked for him. Now he does have maybe a little bit cooler tires than the 222 car. I don't know, but the advantage was for DJ Kirker. It was a gamble. Now, of course, the point is that DJ Kirker has the older tires of the 2. So maybe Alexander Rowe can still do something about him as these guys continue to run into the wall. Going off of pit lane, look at this. Too wide. 38 Beth Black, 52 Cody Smart in his brand new Acura. Brushing the wall, but still making it by the 38. And now some guys had already pitted a little bit earlier. Not exactly sure who. Oh, this might actually be a problem as well for Giancarlo Robles, who has been very long on pit lane. Was it also? Yeah. What is it with all these cars having mechanical issues? The next one, Giancarlo Robles. And his BMW engine gives up. That's strange. Very, very strange indeed. Who's next? The 08 car over here of Devin Roberts. Was just an ordinary pit stop, I don't know. Ah, no. He's next. Okay. So, these cars not having much fun over here at... yeah, just an engine. That's weird, man. Watkins Glen has proven to be quite difficult on engines, apparently, as also the Nissan GTR engine of Devin Roberts retires. Here are the left 2 drivers on pit road. And the battle for 3rd position is on. Look at this. It's the battle for 3rd position, I think, between Sean Angel, who has come right in the middle of Robert Goldberg, and Nathan Norman's battle. That's interesting. The 06 and the 2 car on pit lane. The battle for the lead is not really a battle anymore, because DJ Kirker has driven away from the 222 car. Wow. That's a big gap, guys. It's 7 seconds. Wow. Now, the only problem that DJ Kirk may have is that, of course, I think these guys are pretty close on fuel for the end of the race. I mean, like, they have already pitted twice. Looking at the trend when they pitted, for DJ Kirk it was on lap number 10 and lap number 18. That would mean probably around lap number 26, 27, 28 at the latest he will have to come in again. Alexander Rowe has a little bit more security because he pitted one lap later. Means he has to run one less lap on that tank of fuel. So very curious what will happen, and maybe that's why Alexander Rowe is so far behind, because he is saving. And the 6th car of DJ Kirker, realizing that he may have to pit another time, is just going to go flat out and try to make the gap between him and the 222 car as big as possible. He made the undercut, and of course undercutting has advantages because you are going to move up position. That means it has advantages in the short term, but in the long term it hasn't. So we'll see. Nathan Ormond has fallen back to 5th position, and Grayson Acevedo has pitted already, and he is just like the 6th of DJ Kirker. He has undercutted, so he may have to pit another time. So strategy all around this racetrack, and that's what we always like. Now the 08 car has retired with a valve problem, and the 04 of Joshua Michaels has retired with a gearbox problem. I'm trying to remember if we saw that happen. Oh, hang on, for a moment, Nathan Ormond is a lap down. Ah, of course, Nathan Ormond has issues. Sorry, I'm not thinking straight. I was thinking for a moment, like, who had that big advantage? Wait, did did he have issues then? Oh my, I'm not really thinking. Right, I thought for a moment that he was the one we saw having some issues, but the 23 car also had issues, of course. The 24 car also had issues, so all three, one thing is for sure, all three had some kind of issue. So Nathan Ormond, excuse me for this, he is not on the lead lap, so there was not really a battle for third between him and these guys, because he is a lap down. And now he's holding up the 70 car of Grayson Acevedo, who's actually in 5th position, right in front of Anna Gregg. Lap times for the 15 car, much slower than those of the lap times of those guys behind. So you're wondering what the gap is between the leaders. Well, it's 7.6 seconds, as you can see. Wondering what the lap times are. 54.7 previous lap versus 54.6. So indeed, the 222 car running a little bit faster lap times because of having fresher tires than the 6. Now, of course, his lap time 54.6 compared to the 55.5 from Robert Goldberg. They're still running away from 3rd place, and two guys that have used token are almost half a minute in front of the rest of the field. Of course, the other drivers that had tokens used, the 83 car of Max Anderson, he of course had issues, and he's running in 29th, so token not used very well. And the 02 car of Bruno Littlejohn, who has already pitted a zillion times, I think, but she is in 31st, so well, still a pretty good race for her then, with the D token use. So beautiful Audi S5 it is over here, and he's going to pass the number 83 car of Max Anderson. Now this Max Anderson is the teammate of Alexander Rowe. I'm wondering what he's going to be thinking about this. He could hold up the 6 car of DJ Kirker and bring Alexander Rowe back. For him, it doesn't really matter. His race is screwed anyways. He already has a victory, so he doesn't have to really worry about points or victories or anything. But his teammate Alexander Rowe has not won yet, and for him to get in chase, he has to go by that 6 car. DJ Kirker, well, that's going to be making it easy. So Max Anderson pulling away, sort of like not blocking the 6 or anything, which might as well be the best thing to do for him. Running him off track yet again. Yeah, sure. That might well be a possibility. So, currently in third position we have then Robert Goldberg. He has made it from 5th to 3rd. That's quite an impressive job. And has made it by the 72 car of Sean Angel. He has been in top 5 all day long, but he has doesn't have the fastest car. Now we got the 70 car who is in 6th position because Grayson... Oh, did you hear? Oh, somebody has gone off. 2 guys have gone off over here. Now that's interesting. They went off together. I'm not sure. Actually, Grayson Acavito is also a little bit further behind. Well, older tires, I guess. But we got over here an issue. It was right behind Nathan Ormond. And Tommy Turbo is going to get a tap from the 29 car. And Caitlin Sang is going to turn around Tommy Turbo straight into the 43 car of Betty Johnson, who hit that wall pretty hard. Now, Betty Johnson, oh no, comes back again and taps the 8 car of Mikko Mittinen. And then Mittinen gets wiped out. Tommy Turbo continues his way while Nathan Ormond pits again. And still no harm, no foul. So, again, as said before, and in I'd say every time in endurance race, I try to get as much accidents as possible, but it might be possible that I'm going to miss a few. So if I do, apologies for that. I just try to do my best, and we're still going live, so I try to get as much live footage as well. And we get another pit stop, and this is a very early one. Wow, this is a very early one for DJ Kirker. And there goes Alexander Roba. Now I'm really astonished that these guys cannot run for this long. I mean, like, it's the 3rd pit stop already. Is he bringing others with him as well? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't think these guys will be running 1 lap longer. Yeah. So again, DJ Kirker pitting, and he has pitted now 3 times. Still, I'm wondering, with him pitting once again this early, I'm not sure if there's not going to be a 4th time. He pitted probably in lap number 17 then. 17. Or 8, was it 18? I think it was 17. Then he ran till 24. It means he ran 7 laps. Yeah, it's going to be close for him. It's going to be really close for DJ Kirker. And he's not the only one, because Anna Gregg is on pit lane as well. Just like Grayson Acavito. And just like the 41 car of Keith Black. More guys on pit lane. Chris Gomez. And, well, here's the back of the field. So there's your leader now. Alexander Rowe. In the Shell. What is it? Penske Dodge Charger. And I'm really curious how this strategy will play out for DJ Kirker. He comes on track again. Somewhere, I don't know where. I tried to look for him, but Joseph Nesta side by side with the 23 car cutting that corner quite a big time. And the 43 car has retired. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame for Betty Johnson. After a pretty good All-Star race, her race over here at the Glen is also over early after an accident we showed you a few moments ago with the 33 of Tommy Turbo and the 8 car of Mikko Mittinen as well. Getting turned around by the 29 car of Caitlin Sang. So that's a shame for her. Now this battle, these guys have been side by side for I don't know how long. Ever since the S's. But now finally Joseph Nesto can clear the 23 of Verte Gonzalez, who's a lap down anyways. So I tried to look for the 6 car of DJ Kirker. That's what I was doing. And there he is. He's right in the middle of some traffic. That's no good. Now is Alexander Rowe on pit lane? That's the question. No. He continues for another lap. So that's 2 laps for Alexander Rowe. Great fuel mileage from the Dodge Charger. And that might deliver him the victory as well. Because when he pits next lap, he doesn't have to pit anymore. So a two-stop strategy for Alexander Rowe versus probably for sure at least a 3-stop strategy for DJ Kirker. These guys pitting now. I think they will be fine, but I'm not 100% sure. So Jane Pinter, Grace Nakavito, Nathan Ormond. I think all these guys. No, this might be for. No, this is for position between 70 and 27. So there's Alexander Rowe. He has a big margin over the rest of the field, and when he pits next time, I'm very curious where he will come out, because that 6th car of DJ Kirker, he was up front. Of course, he had an advantage of 7 seconds over Alexander Rowe, but those 7 seconds might as well have been wiped away due to lap cars, and Alexander Rowe continues for another lap. So this really is strategy, either a 2-stop strategy or a 3-stop strategy. And I think that pitting early for the 6 car is all planned. I think it was all planned. And now of course the question is, well, I don't know actually. Now I'm thinking about it, the 222 car has pitted now twice. Maybe he cannot bring it home. 51 minutes means we're, concerning time, we're quite on schedule, so that's good news. We've had a pretty good race today so far, but it's not over yet, because we got still a very interesting battle for the victory, and I honestly have no clue who will get it. If the 222 car pits now, the 6 car will probably come out in front of him. If he doesn't have to pit, he's going to win this race easily. Now if he pits and the 6 car has to pit, still Alexander Rowe is going to win this race easily. So there are 3 possibilities, and 2 of the 3 possibilities are handing the victory to Alexander Rowe. So I'm curious about this. The 54 car has also pitted, and he's coming on the front stretch again. I cannot imagine that the 222 car can make it to the end of this race. I cannot imagine that Alexander Rowe doesn't have to pit anymore. But I also don't know if DJ Kirker has to pit anymore. So, oh, look out, Mikko Mittinen, the rookie, and he has already given a warning. I will tell you, by the way, who has already received a warning from Dascar because of accidents they've caused. There's the 222 car. Yeah, there comes Alexander Rowe on pit road. I will tell you the warnings in a few moments, because we have a list over here of that Dascar has given us, where they just put on who has been given a warning. So now, of course, the point is, Alexander Rowe will probably lose this lead now to DJ Kirker. The question is, does DJ Kirker have to pit another time or not? There's DJ Kirker, look at him. He's going to easily pass the 222 car for the victory. Or for at least, not for the victory necessarily, but for the lead. So, but I don't know. Watch your top left of the screen. There goes DJ Kirker. And that's a lead given back to the number 6. Was a very short stop for the 222 car of Alexander Rowe. But this is going to be quite some nerve-wracking moments for DJ Kirker. He ran a 53.5, which is by far the fastest lap. Well, one of the fastest laps of this race, almost his personal fastest lap. So I'm sort of like in the understanding that he's now flooring it. That he's now flooring it because he has to make another pit stop. And if he makes that pit stop, for sure that number 222 of Alexander Rowe is going to be finishing in front of him. Now also John Ciudadino's in pit lane, damn it. Not planned, I'm afraid. I don't know, what is this all about? Problem as well for John Ciudadino. That's a shame. Now not sure, no, he cannot make it back around, so that's another retirement probably for the 73 car. And Anna Gregg is on pit lane. Is this planned? Probably. No, this is not planned, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I thought she pitted 1 lap prior to this. Yeah, she did. So she pitted now 2 laps in a row, so I think there's more issues with that. Now let's go see if the 6 car, here comes DJ Kirker, and he knows that if he has to pit, his race is over. The gap to the 222 of Alexander Rowe currently is, while waiting for the 222 to come across start finish line, probably will be around 10 to 12 seconds or something. Right in the middle, 11 seconds, here we go. 15 seconds, oh, 15.6 seconds, even much more than I had expected, so. Yeah, if DJ Kirker has to pit, well, I don't know. A pit stop probably lasts very long over here. Well, apparently because of the low pit speed, but yeah, I'm curious about this deal. DJ Kirker looking for his first career victory. When he crosses the line, it's only 2 laps to go, so we're almost there. The question is he almost there, or does he have to make another pit stop, which will hand the victory to Alexander Rowe? It's gotta be one of the two, unless there is something crazy happens and they still retire in the final 2 laps. Then Sean Angel will be in the winner, as he is currently in 3rd. 4th position is the 54 car of Robert Goldberg, so indeed the 72 car has made it ahead of the 54 of Robert Goldberg, but Goldberg is 2nd per lap faster though. Now 5th position is Grayson Acvito again. 6th we got now Kaylin Sang, surprise surprise, pit stop strategy. 7th is Jane Pinter, surprise surprise, pit stop strategy. Same story for Zachary Fitzwarren in 8th. 9th Aiden Thomas as well, and Joshua Chicali is in 10th. So all the regulars, here they are. There we see all the drivers that had. Oh, and the Sonic Horse has gone off big time. Oh, and she was not alone. She was not alone. Now DJ Kirker, I want to go for a quick moment. Okay, he's fine. Doesn't come on pit lane now. But Sonic Horse in the 51 car has gone off pretty big time, with her number 51 Hyundai Sonata. And oh my goodness, there we go. It was the 45 car of Priya McShane who got a tap from the 9 car of Chris Gomez. Oh my goodness, that's a terrible crash for Priya McShane. And then, oh, T-bone from the number 51 of Sonic Horse. Nowhere to go for her. Flips Chris Gomez up on his roof, which means we got flip number 24 of the season. Priya McShane, 2nd in points, out of the race. Sonic Horse, 7th in points, out of the race. And Chris Gomez, 14th in points, out of the race. Now, I'm sort of like, I want to get another camera angle over here. Quickly. Because I want to go live again, and that's a big one. Normally we would do an onboard, but not now because we're near the end of the race. So I want to go live quickly again. Where's the 6 car of DJ Kirker? There is the 6 car of DJ Kirker. When we cross start finish line, we will have 1 more lap to go. Question will be, does DJ Kirker have to pit now or not? If he doesn't pit now, he's going to win this race. If he pits now, he's not going to win the race. He does get held up over there by the 41 car of Keith Black. So if he wins this race, it's gonna be perfect pit strategy for DJ Kirker. But we're not there yet. Here he comes through the final turn. Will it be white flag for him? Will it be pit stop for him? It will not be pit stop for him. DJ Kirker is going to grab the white flag. Anna Gregg once again is on pit lane. The white flag is out for Canadian DJ Kirker. He has never won in the Phillips Cup Series before. All he needed was to use 2 tokens. The only 2 tokens he has picked this season. He has to use those 2 tokens on 1 racetrack. And that's probably going to deliver him the victory. Anna Gregg on pit lane. There goes Alexander Rowe, who probably will feel like a victory has been robbed from him because he was in the lead for such a long time. But in all honesty, DJ Kirker just outsmarted him, had a better strategy, and that's it. That's how you win races. Now he's stuck behind the 83 car of Max Anderson once again. Now Max Anderson might still, of course it's not over yet. It's not over yet. If DJ Kirker gets impatient, turns around the 83 car, goes into the wall himself as well, still Alexander Rowe is going to win this race. We have seen last lap drama before. Are we going to see today? And probably the most obscure thing is that the 83 of Max Anderson is the teammate of second now, Alexander Rowe. DJ Kirker getting stuck behind teammate of his biggest rival this race. Oh, pulls it to the inside now of Max Anderson. Going through the whatever trioval issue it is. Asana Course has retired. Chris Gomez has retired. They are officially out of this race. And there goes the 6 car of DJ Kirker cleanly by the 83 car. 2 more corners it will be for him. And then he will pick up his first career Dascar Phillips Cup Series win. Coming through the last turn. It is gonna be amazing. Victory for DJ Kirker in the number 6 Hankook Audi. He has done it. Great strategy by him. And DJ Kirker wins it over at Watkins Glen Speedway, Raceway, whatever the name of this racetrack is. Such a shame, such a shame. There comes Alexander Rowe. This was his biggest chance to win the race. And it did not work out. Maybe next time. Anna Gregg in the 18 car. Will she finish in 3rd position? I don't know. No, she will finish way down. So 3rd position is waiting for this guy. My goodness. Robert Goldberg has passed Sean Angel in the final lap. Wow. Sean Angel's tires have gone south on him. As he gets past, finishes in 4th position. Still solid, but not what he wanted. Grayson Acavito, great strategy by him as well. Finishing in 5th. Within 6th position, the 29 car of Kaylin Sang over here. Great race by her. 7th will then be probably this 59 car of Zachary Fitzwater. With an 8th, the 2 car of Aiden Thomas. 9th, Joshua Chicali. And in 10th will be the 17 car of Nicole Trenowies. That's your top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they have discussed it already, so. We had a great race over here at the Glen. And a couple of surprise victors. Well, not surprise victors, but a couple of surprises we had over here today. A couple of late race drama for a few drivers. But still, great race. Philip Goldberg also finishing over here. On the lead lap to get up with the 0 car. I think these will be the last cars to finish indeed. There goes your winner, DJ Kirker. As the race is almost official, we're just waiting for the race to be official. Soon. Not official yet? Okay. There we have it. Sonic Course, Chris Gomez, Prix McShane, all 3 of them retired. Giancarlo Robles, John Citadino had issues 2 laps down and still cannot get by the 51 and the 9 and the 45 anymore. So 25 cars finishing on the lead lap and 32 cars finishing. Pretty good numbers for an well, endurance race. Still not official standings, so we are waiting for these standings to be official. I'm not sure about what we're waiting on. Ah, there's okay. So we were waiting on that 05 car of Oliver Baranowskis to finish, and Max Anderson has retired. Oh, did we have late race? I have some late race speech disorder. Max Anderson in 83 car, token used, well, didn't work out too well. Now what happened, he was right in front of, well, he was right behind the 6 car. And probably he will get turned around somewhere by the 41 car. I don't know. What happened to him? That's weird, man. He just retired. He just retired for no reason at all. Oh, that's weird. Well, anyways, that was it for today, ladies and gentlemen. The Watkins Glen race. We had a great race over here. Top 10 I've already been through, and look at that gap. DJ Kirker finishing 18.5 seconds over we're in front of Alexander Rowe. That's not even too big of a gap, but 41.8 seconds over Robert Goldberg. Still, with these huge gaps, we had a great race. I really liked how it played out. It was a lot of strategy, and that is what this racetrack Watkins Glen is known for, especially also in that 24-hour race, the 24-hour race of Joshua Michaels, where we learned to know this track, which is the same track as well. So, great race we had over here. I hope you guys are satisfied with it as well. Let's go through your top 10 in points. We'll see where those guys finished. Well, Denise Steinauer, she was your points leader. She was the first one to retire as well. That last 40 seconds. Prix McShane didn't finish. 33rd, crashed out. Aiden Thomas in the number 2 car. He is going to grab the points lead, definitely. 8th place. Well, that's good for him. So, Daniel Voigt was 4th in points, finishing in 16th. Pretty decent for him. Philip Goldberg in 23rd. Well, also alright, but not too brightly. Anna Gregg finished in 28th, also not that great. Sonny Course eventually retired in 31st position, so wasn't a good race for the new manufacturers. I mean, the best finishing new manufacturer was Cody Smart at 13th. How the hell did he even manage to get to 13th? I don't know. But the 32 car did not finish 41st. Debbie Myers did not finish. Sonny Course did not finish. And Philip Goldberg 23rd. So yeah, not too good for those guys. All 3 Apies have retired. That's also quite surprisingly. That means, of course, all 3 Dutch girls. Alexander Rowe, 222 car, finishing in 2nd. Ooh, actually, no, he was really far behind Aiden Tom, so he's never ever going to grab the points lead now. Tommy Turbo in 33 car still managed to finish in 11th after falling back quite a quite a long way. So, not sure if he will be satisfied with that. And Joshua Giaculli in the 19 car in 9th, so another great finish for him. He is really on a roll. And well, teammate Caitlin Sang as well, so those guys doing great. So that was it for this race, ladies and gentlemen. It was a long one, but it was a good one. We will go to Motegi next time, to Japan indeed. We'll move abroad for 2 races, the sprint race, the Super Into Rezu, and the Omona Rezu, the main race at Motegi. I'm not sure when those races will be. You'll see them appear somewhere between now and 2 weeks. So, also of course, Dascar Martini Endurance Series continuing, Dascar Valvoline Dirt Ring Series continuing, and also keep an eye out for the Dascar Regional Pro Cup Series by John Cittadino and the Dascar KLM Series by Jane Pinter. For now, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time here with the Dascar Phillips Cup Series Season number 9 2017 on Ziggo Sports.